Masked agents, new detention centers, who exactly is being arrested? These are just a few of the topics we know are on your mind regarding immigration and customs enforcement operations. And tonight, Denver7 Investigates is getting answers for you from the head of Denver's ICE office. Glad you're with us this Tuesday evening. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Jessica Porter. Last week, the agency announced a multi-day operation resulting in the arrests of 243 immigrants in the Denver metro.
Investigative reporter Natalie Chuck tagged along with ICE during one of those arrests to ask some tough questions for you.
This is probably not the first time you've seen something like this. ICE is offering these kind of ride-alongs to reporters all across the country. They invited us on this one because they say they want you to see what they are doing here on a daily basis. But here were the conditions. There were no topics off the table, no questions were sent to them ahead of time from us. And we agreed to do this ride-along because we wanted to take the questions that we know you have directly to the man in charge here in Denver.
And this is our processing area.
By mid-morning, the ICE Denver field office is already filling up.
These people are fresh arrested this morning.
The field office director, or FOD, Robert Guadian, walks us through their processing center, showing us who exactly dozens of officers detained within just the first few hours of the day.
They chose to remain in the United States illegally. Now they've been arrested by ICE.
Director Guadian has nearly 30 years of experience in immigration enforcement, but he's only been in this role in Colorado since January. How do you find this office, this area, different than Chicago?
It's less law enforcement friendly than the state of Illinois.
What do you mean by that? People
that have been serving 20 years in prison, they would turn those people over to ICE. That doesn't happen in Colorado. Yeah. In Colorado, you could be a murderer with a 25-year sentence, released from the state jail, and they're not allowed to turn those people over to ICE.
One scroll through the White House's social media pages, the narrative is clear. ICE is arresting the worst of the worst. I know we've covered reports in the Denver area of people who we have not seen any criminal background on. How are you justifying the narrative that's being put out and then some of the arrests we're seeing that maybe don't add up to that narrative?
So I would tell you, in my area of responsibility, we target the worst of the worst. Denver has a lot of criminal aliens here. If they have people that are with them that are also illegally present, they're going to be arrested as well.
The director quickly pulling records on one man who was just taken into custody.
Sex intercourse with minor, special circumstance. He was convicted. So with a conviction like sex assault against a minor, they're never coming back legally. If they try to come back illegally, we will prosecute them.
Finding people here illegally is what Director Guadian says ICE does every second of every day. Here, we are heading out to execute what the agency considers
we have history with this guy.
A high-risk warrant.
This is going to be our third time arresting him. The last two times he's had dope on him.
All of the agents are briefed on who they're looking for and why. It includes a detailed walkthrough of everything from any pets in the home to the nearest hospital.
The Denver field office doesn't conduct raids. We do targeted enforcement. We know who we're going after every single day.
And while they might know who, they never know exactly how it's going to go. Today, there's a lot of sitting around and waiting. But then about an hour later,
males in custody. Males in custody.
This is a subject that has felony warrants for distribution of narcotics. He's also wanted by ICE.
22-year-old Kenner Medina Artiega has open drug cases in Arapahoe and Denver counties. According to ICE, he's from Honduras and connected to drug trafficking and the Sinaloa cartel.
He walked out of the apartment with a bowl of ramen noodles and with a Arizona iced tea. And at that point, my officers ID'd him in the hallway and they placed him under arrest.
So while they might have their main target in custody now, that doesn't mean that this apartment is all clear. They're still going to go through that apartment, make sure it is safe, make sure there's no one else in there before taking these guys and clearing everything that's going on.
When you get to the office, you'll get your phone call, okay?
I want to ask, because I see it happening now, right? Some of the guys are masked, some of the agents are not.
I leave it up to my officers whether or not they want a mask. Masking is not something that we choose to do, it's something that we have to do because our officers and agents are being doxxed and their families are being doxxed.
Is there an argument to be made that some people would say these are jobs that have been signed up for, and if threats come with it, that's part of the job?
No, I think it's unfair to say that people's families put at risk as part of the job. That's completely uncalled for.
Also taken into custody, the suspect's older sister. ICE says she entered the country illegally in 2023. The 25-year-old has no criminal history in Colorado that we know of and was visibly distraught, put in handcuffs.
If we encounter someone that's illegally present during the course of our operations, we're going to take those people into custody.
What do you say to people who do have the argument of if someone's only crime is being here illegally, they shouldn't be deported?
Well, I would say call your congressman, because that's not what the law says. The law says if you're illegally present, that you're subject to removal from the United States.
For these two, that process starts now, heading back to where the day started. Do you see the level at which you guys are operating, taking people in every single day, being sustainable for the next 4 years?
I do. My officers are excited that they're finally able to enforce immigration law. They're working 7 days a week, just like I am.
So the last time we were here, it was about 9:30 in the morning. Now we're back.
What you'll see in here today is what we've caught since you last were here.
Inside are more and completely new faces,
It looks like it's doubled in number.
plus a familiar one.
Actually, this was the person we just arrested.
Does this look different than it did under the previous 4 years?
Absolutely, yes. It wasn't this way before the new administration.
With the new administration comes both support and scrutiny.
This is unique. I haven't seen this temperature be this hot in my entire career.
And a new way of getting their message to the public.
If we don't have ride-alongs like this, someone else will tell our story, and 9 times out of 10, it's not accurate.
Again, this single arrest was part of a major 9-day operation resulting in more than 200 people being detained. We were out there for hours, so we have a lot more from our conversation with the field office director up on our website, Denver7.com. For Denver7 Investigates, I'm Natalie Chuck.
Natalie, thank you.